Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to 8 Ball Sports. And today I'm bringing you the reaction, the OSU fans' reaction to the Ohio State-Michigan State game. And if you did not see last week's video, the Ohio State-Iowa reaction, I'd really suggest you go watch that one. There's a reason I'm wearing this shirt instead of a red Ohio State shirt. So if you haven't watched that, go be sure to watch that one. So, if you did watch the last video, so if you already clicked away, if you haven't, and here's some spoilers, I guess. I kind of ripped that shirt in half. The game was terrible. I talked about it in that video. Again, go look at it. But today, we look like a completely different team, and that, yay, at the same time, though, it's why could we not do that last week? Our defense allowed 3 points to a quarterback that had thrown for 400-plus yards in 2 straight games. Now, the defenses he was playing wasn't great. Penn State's defense isn't great. I believe he did against Penn State. And then Northwestern, I don't really know what to expect from them. They're not a bad team, though. They're going to make a ball. I think they're 6-3 right now. So they're not a terrible team. But I was coming in expecting this to either be a high-scoring game or another blowout for them. I thought we can win this game, but I don't know how much faith I have in the defense. We're missing Jerome Baker. That got announced early this morning. And, was it Chris Worley? No, I think it was Dante Booker, because Worley made some good plays today. But yeah, so I honestly was prepared for a loss. I was prepared for this team to say our playoff hopes are done, and we're just gonna fall. We're gonna drop down, not drop down, but we're kind of giving up on the season. And the team did not look like they gave up on the season at all. It looked like they were coming out here. They know they want to win the Big Ten, and there's 1% chance of playoff making it. They're fighting for that 1% chance. So. Props to them. They came out here and won by the largest deficit in this rivalry or in this series of game against Michigan State. If you're Michigan State, your defense did not look good, especially against the run. They're coming in supposed to be one of the top run defenses, and your offense. I think our secondary played a really good game. Your receivers just couldn't seem to get a lot of separation, and your offensive line could not handle our defensive line the way that Iowa's did last week. So that's all I'm going to say there. If you're a Michigan State fan, I wouldn't be too... I'd be upset. You lost by 45 points. But this team was angry. They were fighting back. Sorry if you hear my dog barking there. And they were... This Ohio State team was looking for someone to let out some anger on. And unfortunately, it was Michigan State. We go to Illinois next week, where I will be at that game. And then we go to Michigan, obviously, the next week. And then Michigan State, I don't know who you played in the season, but best of luck to you. Yeah, so into the game now. I guess we can go ahead and get into it. 3 minutes in the video. Starts off, Michigan State has a decent drive going, but pressure gets there. Bosa with a sack on was it on the second or third down? Well, first off, they had a 3rd and 18. They got 16 yards, then converted on 4th. But we end up forcing a punt, and then we go down, and I believe that was Mike Weber's 47-yard touchdown. Yeah, Mike Weber had a 47-yard touchdown to cap off that drive. Yeah, 7-0. Michigan State gets the ball back. They do nothing. We get the ball back, and we think that was the one with the bad snap where we actually did have to punt. They get the ball back. They do nothing. That was a common theme. You're going to see they really do nothing here for the rest of this first quarter and pretty much the entire game. And so we get the ball back. I think we went down and scored again. That was Barrett's first rushing touchdown. They do nothing on offense. We get the ball back. Maybe the pass out to Dobbins for the touchdown. I'm having trouble remembering which touchdown goes where. So, again, I don't have a stat line, and if you can hear my dog, I'm sorry. It's annoying me. But I have the stat line. This is recorded pretty much right after the game just ended. Like, I was just flipping through the channels, and I was going to stop and watch the Clemson-Florida State game. And I was like, I should probably do this because I have to be somewhere at 4, and it's about 2:30, and this may take this video a second to upload or something. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes so it won't take too long to upload. So then again, they get the ball back, they do nothing. I think this was Barrett's second rushing touchdown, 28-0. And then they get the ball back, they fumble, we get it. I don't even remember who scored there. Or wait, Mike Weber's big touchdown run was somewhere. I don't know. Mike Weber had a field day on him. He had 2 huge long runs. Dobbins seemed like every carry he was getting 7-8. Barrett was good in the red zone like he always is. He's a really good red zone quarterback runner. That's the big thing with him, especially the way I look at it. The way I look at it is that he's not the fastest guy, but he's a pretty good power runner. He never seems to get pushed back with the tackle. He always seems to kind of fall forward with the tackle. And in the goal line sets in the red zone, that's something you're going to need. And he had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions, and those were just bad throws. Not terrible reads, which we saw some last week. They were just missed throws. The first one, he threw behind the receiver. And then the second one, you got to get the fade route up a little bit. He just kind of left it on a line, which allowed the corner to turn and make a play like this. But Benjamin Victor's 6'4". Give him a chance to go up and make the play. And Victor ended up getting called for offensive pass interference anyway. But they give him a chance to go up and catch it up here above the corner's head, rather than trying to line it in where our guy has to go over top the corner. Because Benjamin Victor almost made a catch like that in the game, but you cannot expect him to be making those plays the entire time. So then at halftime it's 35-3. They did get a field goal at the end of the half after that first interception by Barrett. I kind of skipped ahead there with the second interception, but 35-3 at halftime. We come out. Was this one? I don't remember when Mike Weber's long touchdown run was. It was sometime. No, because then when we came out, we threw it 48-yard touchdown to Benjamin Victor. And that pretty much, 42-3 there. And our defense played a phenomenal game. Starters and backups. I almost knocked over my can of Coke there. Starters and backups played a phenomenal game. And this Michigan State offense isn't, fantastic. The Michigan State's not known for having a fantastic offense. They're known for kind of being a ground and pound team that will put up good points, but they rely on their defense. And our defense really just shut them down. They almost got a score, but we were able to get a sack on 4th and 10. Chase Young, a highly touted prospect. I think he's a true freshman. Got the recruit, I should say, not prospect, but recruit got the sack on 4th and 10, and that was the end of the game. No more score. We did get 2 more field goals, so it ended up being 48-3 if you didn't know the final score. 45-point victory for Ohio State. What does this mean for Ohio State? I obviously said at the beginning, we're not going to make the playoffs. If you're an Ohio State fan, the announcers are giving us a chance. I don't see it. Because that means Notre Dame's going to have to lose another one. Clemson, Wisconsin will maybe, if they don't, here's what's going to happen. Is even if Iowa just picked off Wisconsin's quarterback, but sorry, I got an alert and I had to see. I probably should watch that game too. But if Wisconsin goes undefeated and they play Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game and Ohio State wins, you take a 2-loss Ohio State team or a 1-loss Wisconsin team. That's the real question there. Last year we saw them take the one-loss team in Ohio State. So. Rather than Penn State. So it really depends. And also, that would have to be a lot of other teams losing, which I just don't see happening. Miami would have to lose 2. I think Notre Dame's going to win tonight. Then the Miami-Notre Dame game, I'm going to sit up. But that means Miami has to lose another one of their final 2 games. And I just don't see that happening. So that will probably be the end of the video. Not too much. I was excited with this game, but my hopes aren't too high. After a performance like last week, I'm glad we bounced back, but as such okay, hopefully gonna cut that out. Having such a big having such high expectations as a program, losing 2 games in the regular season we haven't done. I don't believe in the Urban Meyer era, if I'm correct, in the regular season that is. So this is. I don't really know what to expect. I really hope we keep fighting. I hope we win the Big Ten. I think we definitely can. I think we should beat Illinois. And I'm pretty sure if we beat Illinois, we've clinched ourselves a spot. I'm almost positive about. No, I'm not almost. Yeah. Wait, no. No. I think Michigan only has 2 Big Ten losses. I know they've lost to Penn State, I know they lost to Michigan State. So if Michigan beats us, which won't happen. So if you're a Michigan fan watching this, probably going to get a comment right now. But yeah, that'll be the end of the video. Anyway, I think we're going to make it to the Big Ten Title Championship game as long as we should play like we did today. And I think we can win the Big Ten. I don't think Wisconsin's a fantastic team. I think they're a good team, a well-rounded team. I don't think that they are a top 4 team and should make the playoffs. But if they go undefeated and end up winning the Big Ten, whether that be against Ohio State or another team, then they prove me wrong, and hopefully they can prove everyone else wrong in the playoffs. So that's going to be the end of the video. If you're an Ohio State fan, I'd love for you to subscribe. I'd talk about this. I think I'm kind of making this a series. After each game, I'm talking about it as an Ohio State fan. As I also do post-game analysis of other games where I try to stay a little bit more in the middle and not biased towards the side. Although I haven't done one of those in quite some time, but those will probably come out. There could be one over the Notre Dame Miami game tonight, or the Alabama Mississippi State game, the Auburn Georgia game. Whoever, whatever. Maybe if there's a big upset, I can make a video about it. But I'd really like for you to check out my other videos and also subscribe to the channel and leave your opinion down below. If you're an Ohio State fan, were you impressed with this game, and what are your expectations here? Is winning the Big Ten enough? Which sounds sad, winning a Power 5 conference should be an accomplishment, but with such high expectations for our program, it kind of feels like it's not enough. And then if you're not an Ohio State fan, if you're a Michigan State fan or a fan of any other team, leave your opinion down below about Ohio State or about your team. Comment something about your team. Hopefully it's nothing too rude, but comment your opinion down below.